Hello, everyone. I'm Carolyn Casson, President and CEO of Michigan Women Forward, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to our 10th annual WomanUp and Pitch Business Plan and Pitch Competition in West Michigan. That's right. It's been a full decade of pitches in West Michigan. These competitions are held throughout the state of Michigan in March and April. Back in October, over 150 women submitted their business concept papers with their applications to the competition. With the help of volunteer reviewers, we narrowed it down to 50 finalists across the state, 10 of whom are pitching tonight in West Michigan. But before we jump into the pitches, I want to take a moment to introduce you to our esteemed judges. They're actually going to introduce themselves. First and foremost is Julie Cowie. She's the CEO of Rural Gig LLC. Welcome, Julie.
Thank you, Carolyn. It's nice to be here. Rural Gig is a small internet company, and before that I worked at Grand Valley in the Center for Entrepreneurship, so I'm really excited to be with entrepreneurs tonight.
Okay, an entrepreneur judging an entrepreneur. That'll be great. And next, our next judge is Tyler Crawford. Tyler is the Chief Financial and Operations Officer for the Fry Foundation. Hey, Tyler, good to see you.
Hi, Carolyn. Good to see you. Happy to be here. Fry Foundation is based in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and we support the communities of Kent County, Charlevoix County, and Emmett County. Looking forward to reviewing the business plans tonight.
We're glad you're here. Last but certainly not least is Brooke DeBoer. She is a business coach at Surge at Lakeshore Advantage, right?
Yes, that's right. Thank you for having me tonight, Carolyn. So I am the community business coach at Surge, which is the long name is Powered by Lakeshore Advantage. We are the Smart Zone business incubator for Ottawa County, over on the coast, over in Holland area. And we work with all different kinds of entrepreneurs, but primarily in the tech and product-based businesses. So looking forward to seeing what everyone has here tonight and supporting some founders and hopefully sending them home with some money.
Thank you very much, Brooke. Thank you, judges. We are very, very, very pleased to have you here. This is a lot more work than it sounds like, I promise you. But you have already been hard at work. You've reviewed each of the finalists' business plans, which account for 60% of their final score. And in less than a minute, you're going to start hearing the pitches, which accounts for 40% of their score. Now, each finalist is going to have exactly 3 minutes to pitch, and we have somebody who's going to cut them off if they go over. And 5 minutes for you judges to ask questions. Is everybody ready? All right. Good luck.
All right. Thank you, Carolyn. And we'll talk to you a little bit later this evening when it's time to announce the winners. But first, we actually have to hear from our finalists. So judges, thanks so much for joining us. My name is Ellie Guillory. I'm the program reporting and events manager here at Michigan Women Forward. So when you think of March, what do you think? Women's History Month, maybe some madness, some college basketball big dance coming up here soon, and hopefully WomanUp and Pitch, because as Carolyn mentioned, we've been doing this for a decade in West Michigan. How do I know this? I was at the first one 10 years ago. So I've seen a lot of pitches and I'm super excited to be back again this evening. I'm going to go ahead and pull into our stream Gabe Silver. Gabe is here at Michigan Women Forward. He's out of our Detroit office. Hey, Gabe, how are you?
Doing great. Thank you for having me here, Ellie.
Well, we're excited to have you. So Gabe's going to be our timekeeper this evening. He's going to keep us on track. As Carolyn mentioned, we have 3 minutes that each finalist will have to pitch. We will cut them off if need be at 3 minutes and they can finish their sentence, but we do hold true to that 3-minute mark. After that, we'll reset the timer to 5 minutes and the judges will have up to those 5 minutes to ask some additional questions. So without further ado, you don't want to hear from me anymore. I know that you would want to hear our pitches. So how this works is we start with the startup category, and then we have the established categories. So finalists are competing with one another in those categories. And then you, the audience, are going to be able to vote for your favorite later this evening. Out of all 10, they can win a $1,000 audience choice prize. So stay tuned. I'll give you directions how to do that. But as I mentioned, we're going to get things kicked off. So I'm going to pull in Amy Underwood with Health Elevated. Hey, Amy, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you doing?
Wonderful. First hurdle cleared. We have audio. Yay. Okay. This is going to be a great start to our evening. So Amy, you are our first finalist out of the entire competition and the startup category this evening, but I know you're going to kick us off strong. You have some slides for us. I'm going to go ahead and pull those in. Now, for audience watching, slides were optional. So you'll notice that some finalists did use them and some don't, and it's fine either way they chose. So Amy, how this works is Gabe, our timekeeper, has 3 minutes on the timer. When you start talking, that timer will start. If need be, he'll call time at 3 minutes and you may finish your sentence. After that, we'll go into a Q&A with the judges. So Amy, go ahead, take a deep breath, let it out. When you start talking, that timer starts, and good luck.
As a woman in her 40s, I know all too well what it's like to have intimate concerns dismissed by my healthcare providers. It's just a part of aging, they'd say, or after 2 kids, what do you expect? As a pelvic health occupational therapist, I believe that women deserve so much better than this. We deserve effective treatments that provide lasting solutions to our evolving health needs. My name is Amy Underwood, founder Health Elevated, a concierge pelvic health practice in St. Joe, Michigan. And thanks to Michigan's direct access laws, women seeking my services do not require a doctor's referral or insurance approval to get the care that they need. My clients are mainly women ages 40 to 55 who are seeking compassionate care to improve their quality of life. Women seeking treatments for incontinence, pelvic pain, or navigating the transition during perimenopause. And while the majority of my clients come from Berrien County, I have many who drive as far as 45 miles to receive specialty care. I focus on this often overlooked demographic and empower my clients to lead fuller and more active lives. With careful evaluations, I get to the root cause of their pelvic floor problems and provide a treatment plan so they feel confident in their body once more. As a cash-based provider, not limited by insurance restrictions, I prioritize individualized care, unlike larger hospital systems where shorter treatment sessions are the norm. In 2021, Forbes reported that responding to the needs of women in menopause is a potential $600 billion industry. And according to Statistical Atlas, there are at least 40,000 perimenopausal women in Berrien County alone. 100% of women will experience menopause. It is inevitable. However, this does not have to impact her life, relationships, or career. Everyone talks about hot flashes, but what women don't talk about are the other symptoms, like urinary urgency and frequency, dry vaginas, and painful sex. In 2022, I had a total of 30 appointments, but year over year, my clients and volumes have increased. In 23, I saw 225 appointments, 660 in 24, and this year I'm projected to complete over 1,000 appointments. My revenue from 22 to 24 has increased by 1,500%, from 5,000 to 94,000. Health Elevated is well positioned to become the premier pelvic health provider. Investing the $10,000 prize in marketing will in turn see a 107% revenue increase. By recruiting a marketing firm, I will implement a comprehensive marketing strategy that includes SEO optimization to capture a larger share of Google searches and launch a dynamic social Facebook campaign to engage my audience and drive brand awareness. Overall, the $10,000 will allow me to expand the name Health Elevated while continuing to ensure that women get the care that they deserve.
Right. That's like right at 3 minutes. Great job, Amy. All right. So now we're going to, well, no, good job. I can hear it. You're like, yes, did it. Yes, it's good. It's a good thing. Okay. So now we are going to go into some Q&A with the judges. So Gabe's going to go ahead and reset that timer to 5 minutes. And for this round, we're going to go in the order of Julie, Tyler, then Brooke. So Julie, your questions.
Great. Amy, I just want to say I love this idea. I'm happy to be near you in South Haven. You go. So can you talk a little bit, though, about competition and also about like positioning yourself when a primary healthcare provider might refer to, in my area, the Wellness Center, Bronson, et cetera?
Right. Yep. So I am the only provider that focuses exclusively on women's health, and I am the only provider that is a cash-based practice. So in terms of competition, I have no direct competition. The indirect competition would be the larger hospitals like Bronson, Corwell, and some other like clinics, but they provide a variety of therapy, not just pelvic health or women's health.
Tyler.
Hi, Amy. Wonderful pitch. So I am curious if you can speak to your cash only model. You know, this idea of not accepting insurance, and do you believe that that would be a limiting factor in your growth potential, based on, you know, maybe those individuals that might not be able to typically afford cash out of pocket for these types of services, or are you targeting kind of the higher end services?
What I've seen is that the demand is there for a cash-based practice, and a lot of people are choosing to go out of network from their insurance for a wide variety of reasons. I think my growth over the last 3 years has kind of helped kind of validate that this is a business model that can be very, very successful.
Great, thank you.
You ready for me to ask a question?
You can go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Great pitch, Amy. I definitely resonate with your target market, and I think there's a great need for what you have. Are you pretty clear about your competition within the lakeshore regions and up to an hour outside of your area and what you're dealing with, and have a clear plan for differentiation between anybody that might be there now or could be there in the near future?
The majority of my clients do come from the Berrien County area, and my services are unique to Berrien County. I have had patients who drive as far as 45 miles from their home to come see me because they can't find the services that I provide closer to home. So it's something that I have seen.
Okay. So what about differentiation as the market expands?
At this time, being a practice that focuses exclusively on women's health is something that I believe helps me stand out from other practices that maybe do a variety of therapy, including orthopedics or neuro. My goal is to continue to focus just on women and providing pelvic health services just for women.
Okay, thank you.
I think we have just a little bit more time if anyone has a last question for Amy.
Can you talk a little bit about adding more staff or growing, or, you know, what's your 5-year plan?
Yes. My goal by June of this year, my first step is to hire an office manager and that will free up a lot of my time to increase the volume of patients that I can see, which will help then generate enough revenue for me to create reserves to take on a second therapist. So that is in that order is kind of my plan to hire in the future.
All right. Amy, well done. Way to kick us off. You did a great job. So we're going to let you go back to the Zoom room with the other finalists, and we'll talk to you a little bit later.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, so there you heard the first pitch of the evening in the startup category and overall Amy Underwood with Health Elevated. And so we'll give the judges just a few moments here to mark their rubrics that they have. So they are scoring on some rubrics, each of the pitches. And audience, this is your chance for a little bit of engagement, participation, get involved. So go ahead and in the comments, let us know where you're watching from. I know I saw a couple of people let us know already. I think I see IE with Sticky Spoons in Niles. I knew you would be watching. So excited to see you again. Where else do we have people watching from? Henrietta Hadley, I know you're in Muskegon. All right. Okay, so let me know. We'll see. Ooh, Denver, Colorado. All right. I love it. Okay, showing lots of support for our finalists. Well, now I'd like to go on to our next finalist, Shalon Rankin with Rankin Playhouse. Hi, Shalon. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Doing well, thanks. All right, so we are going to go ahead and put you in the big layout, and this is just for your pitch. I'll bring you back to see everybody when the judges have questions for you. Shalon, how this works is we have 3 minutes on the timer. When you start talking, that timer will begin. If need be, we'll call time at 3 minutes. You can finish your sentence. After that, we'll have some questions from the judges. So give yourself a moment, gather your thoughts, take that breath. Next time you start talking, that timer starts. Good luck.
In Michigan, over 100,000 children under the age of 5 lack access to affordable, high-quality childcare. Here in Muskegon Heights, the situation is even worse. With only 4 licensed in-home daycare facilities within a 5-mile radius, forcing families to choose between costly, unsafe, or unavailable care. Studies show that 65% of Michigan parents have left their jobs or changed schedules due to childcare challenges. This isn't just a struggle in our community. It's systematic failure, and Rankin Playhouse is here to change that. It is our desire to be the first Montessori in-home daycare in the city. Inspired by a Montessori model in Washington, we build robust and collaborative partnerships with community organizations, with 50% of parents supporting through fundraising and volunteering. These efforts help us offset costs while ensuring exceptional high-quality care. Families deserve better child care. Traditional daycares follow a strict routine that doesn't align with all children needs. Montessori is flexible, hands-on approach let children learn at their own pace, fostering independence and confidence. This supportive environment is especially beneficial for children with developmental delays. As a mother with a child with autism, I know the fear of leaving your child in the care of someone else. With a decade of experience in public schools and daycares, I've seen the urgent need for high-quality, affordable care in Muskegon. The mission is personal. The struggle I found for proper care for my child, it left me feeling isolated. But it fuels my determination to create a nurturing haven for families like mine. Winning $10,000 will help us turn that struggle into hope. Childcare in Michigan costs an average of $12,000 per year per child, nearly half the average income of families in Muskegon Heights. Over 70% of households are led by single mothers, many struggling to provide basic care. Investing in childcare isn't just the right thing to do, it's the smart thing to do. Every $1 investment is turned $13 into higher graduation, lower crime, and greater lifetime earnings. This is more than about daycare. It's about opportunity, stability, and a stronger future for our children, families, and community. Together, we can make that future a reality. Thank you for being a part of this journey.
All right, Shalon, nice job. Gabe, how much time does she have? Was she right there?
9 seconds left, so perfect.
Ooh, okay, all right, nicely done. All right, this round we are going to go Tyler, Brooke, then Julie. The judges have some questions for you. So Tyler, go ahead and kick us off.
All right. Shalon, wonderful presentation.
Thank you.
A couple of questions that I have. So it sounds like this is an in-home facility, correct?
Correct. Yes.
Could you speak to, I guess the compliance issues with state laws? And I noticed your projections have 20 children out 3, 4, 5 years from now. And can you speak to capacity limitations with your in-home care? Are there future plans for potentially going out of home? And then I'll circle back. I have one more if we have an opportunity to, but.
Okay. Well, yes, so there is guidelines for being in a home. There is, for the age group that I want to service, there is a 1-to-8 ratio. And so my goal is to start with 6 children, and I want to start low because I want to build the program. As I stated, I want it to be high in community involvement. So I want to have the time to build on. So why I stretched it out was 5 years is because my first year, I will just only have volunteers. So I will have retired teachers, 3 of them, that will commit to me, and they're going to volunteer that first year of service. And so my goal is after 5 years, once I get that 20 kid capacity and I'm comfortable, I would love to move into a center base where I can expand to just outside of Muskegon Heights and just go more into covering the area. I would like to move towards more like the Lakeshore area once I'm established in the home. As far as the licensing, yes, you said something about like regulations. Yes, there's licensing requirements for a home daycare. So I guess I'm not clear on your question with that. Was it just speaking on the ratio or?
Yeah, I guess not so much on the ratio, but just the capacity of your in-home facility accommodating 20 children. It seemed like that's a lot of children for an in-home daycare. So I was curious if there were square footage.
So yes, there is. Yes, so there is square footage. So to answer your question, when I get licensed, I will be licensed off the back for 12 children. My plan to reach 20 is because I'm going to offer multiple shifts. So when I say 20 kids, they won't all be there from a first shift. That will expand between first, second, and even possibly third.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my question is fairly simple, but I'm very curious if you have talked with the people who are running the other in-home daycares, the other 4 that you mentioned, and what the barrier to entry is for others, why there aren't more in-home daycares meeting this need in your area right now.
Actually, I have the privilege. I know the daycare owners pretty well. And I just think that no one really tapped into the Montessori. It's not that it's hard or it was out of their reach. I just think that that wasn't their goal. My passion comes from my son. I had the opportunity when I first started school to study Montessori versus traditional. And it was right at the beginning where it was the No Child Left Behind Act. And so I had to do a big research on Montessori and the No Child Left Behind. And I've always geared my learning and teaching to my personal kids for the Montessori, because traditional, it teaches you to pass a test. It's not teaching you at your level. And so I think my experience is what fueled me to want to do Montessori.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Shalon, I love this idea. I love Montessori. I'm interested in your experience as a parent of a child with autism. And I guess I'm also wondering how comfortable you would feel leaving the word affordable out of your business plan, because I really think you're offering a premium service. And I just wondered, what about offering a premium Montessori daycare? How does that feel to you?
So the reason why I'm gearing it towards affordable, because I have a lot of friends that's teachers, and so they're at an income where they make too much to receive DHS, but they don't make enough to afford $200, $250 in
Sorry to
childcare.
interrupt, but we have hit our timer.
Oh, can I finish?
Can you finish your thought? Yeah.
Oh, so with saying that, I want it affordable. So I plan to partner with the parents to offset the cost where they can come in, they can do laundry, they can prep food where I'm not paying a staff, they're volunteering, and I'm making it affordable to where they can live comfortably but still get quality care. And thank you.
Okay, Shalon, great job. Thanks so much. We'll let you go back to the Zoom room and we'll see you a little bit later. Okay, so that was Shalon Rankin with Rankin Playhouse. Up next, I would like to pull into our feed Anna Olson with Las Amigas Tequila. Hi, Anna, how are you?
Hi, good. How are you doing?
Good, good. And I know you're there with your business partner, Angelita Valdez, and she will come on when you are answering questions a little bit later, but you're going to pitch for us. Great. So how this works, Anna, is Gabe has 3 minutes on his timer. When you start talking, that timer will begin. If need be, he'll call time at 3 minutes and you may finish your sentence. Then you'll get some questions from the judges. Go ahead, take a deep breath, let it out. When you start talking, that timer will begin. Good luck.
Okay. You have the slides pulled up? I don't see it in my end. Okay, perfect.
Sorry.
Just make sure they were there.
We're getting back into the swing of things over here. We haven't done this in a year. So, all right, here we go.
Okay. Let's toast to tequila. I am Ana Olson, the co-founder of Las Amigas Tequila. I was born and raised in Jalisco, Mexico, the birthplace of tequila. I have sampled over 600 brands, and I currently teach tequila tasting classes. Despite the rapid growth of tequila in the U.S. market, as our data shows, the industry remains male-dominated and often lack of authentic representation, especially for brands that honor its heritage and the women who drink it. We are introducing Fuerza Divina, Divine Strength. It's a premium, small batch tequila launching in the fall of 2025. We are using traditional methods and sustainable practices. You know, tequila is more than just a drink. It's a story, it's a legacy, it's a movement. Yet many premium tequila brands miss the mark by mass-producing spirits that overlook the authenticity and the diversity, especially the deep cultural heritage of tequila. Today, our target audience are craving a deeper connection with their spending. That's why my friend Angelita and I created Las Amigas Tequila. With the premium tequila market booming, we are bringing a female-led tequila brand that embodies authenticity, quality, and diversity. We will be meeting our customers wherever they are, through e-commerce and stores or through unique experiences. We'll be launching our e-commerce platform here in Michigan and with plans to expand nationwide. We'll be also placed in retailers and restaurants so we can create that early brand loyalty. Our price point is between $45 and $70. That is premium yet accessible to the market. We are not going to stop there. We are going to create curated gift boxes with artisanal salts and premium mixes, and especially exclusive tasting events where we can bring people to enjoy our tequila, leading to our very own tequila tasting room here in West Michigan. We'll be leveraging social media and a partnership with influencers, but especially word of mouth, because when women love something, we love to share it one sip at a time. Today, we are seeking $10,000 to expand our launching marketing effort. We'll be driving pre-sales to secure more distribution partners. We'll be hosting events with influencers to generate the buzz around our brand ahead to our launch. Please know that today, by supporting Las Amigas Tequila, you are not just helping another tequila brand, you are reshaping the spirit industry. Fuerza Divina is more than just a drink. We are a celebration of culture, resilience, and female empowerment. Gracias and salud.
Great job, Anna. Gabe, how much time does she have left?
I was just coming off mute to say the timer hit when she ended it.
So right at 3 minutes. Way to go. All right. And Anna, I will say before we get to the judges' questions here, you've got a lot of excitement being generated in our comment section about this. So yes, congratulations. Okay. So this round, we are going to have questions from the judges from Brooke, then Julie, then Tyler. So Brooke.
I'm still formulating a question. I'll pass and go last if that's okay.
No problem. Julie.
I sound like a broken record, but I love this idea too. So can you talk a little bit? I just am not familiar with the industry. How much of your revenue do you expect from bottle sales in liquor stores versus drinks by the glass versus something else?
So that depends on the market, depending on the state that we go and the market that we enter. It really depends, but it is mostly in liquor stores, about 60% versus 40% in restaurants or just selling it by the glass. Now, in our own tasting room, it will be all by the glass, and that would be 100% our revenue versus when you go to distributors, then everybody gets a cut, right? Like the distributor gets a cut, the store gets a cut, we get a cut. So it really depends. And then also the revenue depends where it's selling. It is different for us, but we are about 38% from the price of the bottle. That's how much we made.
I can go. Lovely pitch presentation. I do love the idea. I love the story. I think you guys have a great brand. And I thought, it looks like there's been quite a few connections made in the industry. I am curious if you could talk a little bit about the price point that you're targeting. Certainly a higher end price point in the market, and with a highly competitive market. I'm curious if you could talk a little bit how you decided on the price point, and then also in your sales forecast, you talk year 1, year 2, year 3, kind of local, regional, and kind of expanding out. Can you talk a little bit about the decision about that scale up? I'm curious maybe why there isn't more focus locally in the short term, 3 to 5 years.
Thanks, Tyler. We have a premium quality tequila product. And so we wanted to make sure that we were in that range. It's not the highest, but it's also not the lowest. So making sure that they get a good premium tequila quality. So $45 to $70 is premium and accessible because our demographic is women 25 to 45, and they want a good crafted quality product that has a mission driven. And so that's where that price point came from.
We also have connected with wonderful coaches and business advisors. So we have a lot of research behind our pricing and our forecasting, and maybe it's not enough time here, but the decision comes into we want to be first in Michigan, right? We will actually be the very first 100% women-owned tequila brand here in the state. We are already, right? Like we are a company. We exist. We have a tequila. So we start here, and then we expand to states. They are largely they already buy the most tequila in the country, and we know people want our product, right? They want it not only to connect. We have a great story, but it's also a success and a driven entrepreneurial story between Angelita and I personally. So we know that once we enter into the market and people know who we are, what we're all about, and they taste our great tasting tequila, then we are gonna, the sales will be there and then generate. So we want to enter to markets that are already drinking the tequila, but also where we can resonate with who we are, where we come from, and why we are making tequila to begin with.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I have to say, ladies, everything that you have created is very impressive. I rarely don't have a question, but I think you answered. You answered so many of the things that I would ask about, and I can tell that your company showcases impressive cash flow management. You've got healthy margin. You hit your break-even point very early on. You're thinking strategically. You've got letters of intent from potential partners, and it seems like you're doing all the right things. So I don't have any questions. I just wanted to give you a pat on the back and say, good job, well done.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It means so much to us. This is not our only business, but it's our baby, and it's so driven just for the need and for us to be. Angelita and I had always been trailblazers, right? Like, tell us where we can go, and we are gonna be there. So one of them is, the spirit industry. I am deeply connected to it. I have not tasted 600 tequila brands just because I wanted to. It's part of my job, literally. So, but I mean, some days, but it is just one of those things that is like, why is an representation there? And then we always been, don't tell me like what is not happening, make it happen. So that's what we are doing. And hopefully many people behind us. And then, next time people are pitching, they're saying that it's more, women own the spirit industry, and that would be awesome. Hopefully one day.
All right. Well done, Las Amigas Tequila. And we'll let you get back to the Zoom room, and we'll talk to you a little bit later.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye. Nicely done. All right. So that was Las Amigas Tequila and Ana Olson and Angelita Valdez. Okay, I would like to say I was looking at where people are watching from, and I saw Dublin, Ireland. So you all must be up late. Thanks for tuning in. Saw a couple people from Toronto, so just to the north of us here. I think northeast, yes. Okay. Up next, I would like to pull in our next finalist in the startup category. We have Jackie Yates with CM Parker Media. Hi, Jackie. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you.
All right. Sounds like we're about to listen to a podcast. I love this. Okay. Love it already. Okay. So Jackie, how this works is Gabe has 3 minutes on his timer. And when you start talking, he'll start that. If need be, he'll call time at 3 minutes and you may finish your sentence. After that, the judges have some questions for you. So go ahead, take a deep breath, let it out. Next time you start talking, that timer will begin, and good luck.
What do YMCA, the American Red Cross, and the United Way all have in common? They've all partnered with CM Parker Media to bring their stories to life. Hi, I'm Jackie Yates, founder of CM Parker Media. I started CM Parker after realizing a lot of what I listened to lacked warmth and depth. Meanwhile, I watched my sons' faces light up when I read books like The Little Engine That Could. Those moments helped me see the power of storytelling and the demand for voices that connect. In our first year, we completed over 125 projects and landed PNC Bank as our first major client. Our sound delivers. For example, the Atlanta Police Department saw increased conversion rates from the recruit campaign we voiced for them, noting our enthusiastic tones connected with their audience. Did you know the U.S. voiceover market is valued at $1.5 billion, yet many brands struggle to find voice talent that feels real and not robotic and disconnected? And in Michigan, media production has grown 18% in the past 5 years. CM Parker Media is positioned to capture this local market by offering strategic, conversion-driven narration. We generate revenue through direct client bookings and agency partnerships, using digital marketplaces to help with visibility. Our future plans include expanding our team by carefully screening new talent with our secret sauce training, the same secret sauce I used to become a voice actor, to maintain the warmth and authenticity our agency is known for. We're also incorporating AI-assisted narration to complement our human voiceover services. We also grew from a side hustle earning $6,000 in gross in 2022 to over $47,000 last year. We ran a $1,400 marketing campaign that yielded $7,000 in revenue. As we scale, we'll focus on repeat clients and increasing long-term contracts. We seek a $10,000 investment, $5,000 towards targeted ads on LinkedIn and social media, expected to yield a 3x return, and $5,000 towards a high-converting sales funnel, including a refined website and automated client follow-ups, turning more leads into repeat customers. By strengthening our marketing and by optimizing conversions, CM Parker Media will continue bringing stories to life through voices that don't just speak, but they sell. Thank you so very much.
Well, I can't talk after that. My goodness. Gabe, how much time did we have on the timer?
Just 5 seconds left.
All right. Well done, Jackie. Okay. Someone said, I just closed my eyes and listened. Beautiful voice. I love it. I love it. Okay. We will get into the judges' questions now. So for this round, let's go Tyler, Brooke, then Julie. So Tyler.
Hi, Jackie. Wonderful pitch. I must say, I thought it just sounded high quality production. Love the voice.
Thank you.
So I can see the distinctive warmth, authenticity. I mean, it jumps up off the screen. So I do have a question about the AI component here.
Yeah.
You're hoping to leverage AI, which is great, as all businesses really should be exploring. I'm just curious, do you say that your voice is your competitive advantage, which I agree. But as AI continues to expand and it advances in its capabilities, do you feel like that may disrupt your competitive advantage in the future? And I guess, what are your thoughts on how you're going to utilize AI to stay relevant in, if that were to come to fruition?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. I think that first off, we have to hit AI head on, because many voice actors are also aware of the fact that it could replicate your voice. But there's a difference between, there will always be, and studies show this, a difference between a quote unquote robot and a human voice. Even the imperfections that we put in our voices just can't be replicated by a robot. However, I do see the value in partnering with AI. Recently, Adrian Brody, he just won an Oscar, and he admitted light AI to help perfect his Bulgarian accent. So I do see that there's ways that you can utilize it without robbing the artist or the actor of their work, and partner together. I'm a huge techie, so I love AI. I use it every day. But I still think that there's a need for humanity in there as well. And I have heard that from many clients too.
Thank you.
It's funny. I could listen to your voice all day, every day, and definitely to put me to sleep. I'm sure you hear that a lot. What I was doing is what I think a lot of us do now, and we're trying to figure out, is what I'm hearing, is what I'm seeing real, or is there any AI involved? And when you first started speaking, I was wondering if you had some sort of voice enhancement
Oh my
on your
goodness.
microphone. I'm not kidding. But then I realized that you must not. But it almost sounded like that because it was almost too good.
Wow.
So I guess
Is
props
that the
to
question?
you for that.
Oh, okay.
That's not the question. That's the comment.
Okay. The answer is no.
Can you speak a little bit to your plans for expansion with your team, and how you're planning on building this business so that it's not just built around you, since you
Yeah.
only have 24 hours in a day every day like all the rest of us?
Yes, absolutely. And I do think that yes, there's a popularity with my voice that I obviously lean into, but I also have a secret sauce training that I believe will help others. It may not be my voice, but it's going to be their voice, and that's really what voiceover is. It's helping you get to your voice, because that's what you're hearing. Yes, I may have some little tricks that I do with my throat and the way that I speak, so it comes out like this. But that's that's still, just me doing that. I also truly believe if you hear the authenticity behind it, that's what yields best. So that's my secret sauce training. I think that will help me, of course, vet the right people and make sure that they're also, they have, the necessary things that it takes, and then add the secret sauce to it. That's my goal.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Great pitch, Jackie. Is there room for an agent for you? You talked a little bit about agency partnerships. I just wondered, what's the best avenue for you to get more clients?
Yeah, I am open to having an agent, but I also didn't want to get locked into it being me and being a voiceover actor. Like if I was going the route of some of my competitors in Michigan, who have gone just the voiceover route and they're a one-person show, I would probably get an agent. But because I want to grow and expand an agency and have more clients, more voice actors added to the roster, and some of the success that I've had in being able to nab some of these clients, I feel like I would want to expand the roster more than expand myself, if that makes sense. I did want to at one point, though, don't get me wrong, but I really just feel that expanding the roster would work well for me.
I want you to sell me a Buick in a couple of days, okay? Yeah. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Jackie. Well, I think we're just out about time. So well done. We'll let you go back to the Zoom room, and we'll talk to you a little bit later.
Thank you.
Nicely done.
Bye.
Okay. And so that was Jackie Yates with CM Parker Media. Up next, I'm going to pull in our final finalist in the startup category. So we're almost about halfway through pitches here. Rachel Burkell with Vetr Health. Hey, Rachel, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing well. And you have some slides for us. I'm going to pull them in.
I do.
And you just got lots of fans with that dog picture. So you really know how to play this one, don't you? Okay. So Rachel, how this works is Gabe has 3 minutes on his timer. When you start talking, that timer will begin. If need be, he'll call time at 3 minutes and you may finish your sentence. After that, you'll go into some questions from the judges. Go ahead, give yourself a moment to gather your thoughts, take a breath. Next time you start talking, that timer will start. Good luck.
Hi, I'm Rachel Burkell. I'm a co-founder of Vetr Health, and I'd like you to meet Lauren, a devoted dog mom to her golden retriever, Winnie, and Winnie hates going to the vet. And Lauren dreads it all the same, knowing she's gonna walk out of there with a giant bill. I'm sure some of the pet parents out there might know the feeling. But why is vet care so stressful and expensive? The answer lies in corporate consolidation. Today, 30% of general practices and 75% of specialty clinics are owned by large corporations and private equity. Why are corporations so interested in pets? Because it's a $147 billion market, 1/3 of which is spent on vet care, and nearly 70% of US households have at least one pet. Now, the consolidation is just the root of the problem, but the effects are felt by pets and pet parents in two ways: a diminishing quality of care and rising cost. In the last 4 years, the cost of vet care rose by 30%, while the average appointment time shrunk to just 12 minutes per pet. That means corporate profits go up while pet parents pay more for their pets to get less. And that's why we're inspiring a new era of veterinary care with Vetr Health. Vetr is an in-home, membership-based vet care service that delivers comprehensive wellness care right to your doorstep. For $49.99 a month, our membership includes in-home visits, vaccines and testing, and unlimited telehealth, all powered through our digital platform. And we dedicate up to 45 minutes per appointment, meaning longer, stress-free appointments from the comfort of home at an affordable price. So how do we make this work? Our team. Unlike our competitors, we own and operate a high-volume reference laboratory, allowing us to cut our costs to run diagnostics by up to 75%. Our co-founders bring expertise in veterinary medicine, diagnostics, business, and scaling startups, allowing us to streamline operations, cut costs, and grow efficiently. And we're growing. As of our launch in Grand Rapids, we've enrolled over 100 pets, and winning $10,000 will help us fund the cost to onboard our next 75 members in West Michigan. We'll allocate these funds to consumables like vaccines and medication, and testing equipment like collection tubes and reagents. With these funds, we'll be able to grow at a faster pace so we can expand to new markets throughout the state and beyond. And we already have a ton of interest from pet parents in Traverse City, Ann Arbor, and Metro Detroit. These are pet parents who just want the best for their pets without the stress, the rushed care, or the high cost. And with Vetr, we are making that possible. Thank you.
All right. Gabe, did she have any time left? She read it 3
1
minutes?
second.
Woo! All right. Way to go, Rachel. Yes. That's the reaction we like the yes, nailed it. All right. So we have some questions that the judges have for you. Let's, I screwed up last round. So let's go Julie, Tyler, then Brooke. So Julie, start us off.
So my phone must be listening to me knowing this because I've been seeing Dutch ads. Can you talk a little bit about so that's some, company similar to yours. Can you talk a little bit about how the process of acquiring customers and what it takes to get somebody to convince somebody to move to the subscription model?
Yeah, so Dutch, to answer your question, they're a telehealth platform. We also offer telehealth, but what's unique about Vetr is that we're establishing that vet client patient relationship in person within the first month of their membership, which allows us to prescribe medication, something that is not allowed in majority of the states without physically examining that pet in person. So that is one unique advantage that we have. But in terms of figuring out how to convert customers, a lot of it is building trust. And we're finding that, it's not inexpensive, it's not overly expensive, but they need to hear it from someone else that they've experienced this. So we're finding that word of mouth and referrals are the key ways that people are converting, unless they have a need for in-home care. So some of the members that have come to us know they need in-home care, whether they have anxious pets, whether they themselves have a mobility limitation or a disability, those people are looking for in-home care. And that's a much easier way for us to convert customers. But the people who are, they see the value in it, they understand how expensive it can be and how stressful it can be. It takes them more to build trust, to see us out in the community, and then to hear it from someone in their community and around to say, okay, yeah, I like Vetr, I want to convert.
Great pitch, Rachel. My question for you is, can you speak a little bit about the service model so it's described as in-home. Do you have vets or vet techs that are making trips to the pets in their homes? Is that the standard protocol of treatment? And as you expand into new markets, can you talk a little bit about how you go about doing that? Are you onboarding new professionals that are going to then service that market? And I guess what would incentivize that particular vet to jump on board with the Vetr team?
Yeah, so one thing I can't talk about in a 3-minute pitch is the burnout that is happening in the vet med industry. So in addition to the effects that consolidation has on pets and pet parents, it also has a significant impact on veterinarians. So they're overworked, they're underpaid, their work-life balance is upside down, and they're graduating with a huge debt-to-income ratio. Because of the way that we're structured so differently with our vertically integrated lab, we're able to save so much of that cost and reallocate the funds to our veterinarians and technicians to pay them above market rate. But in addition to that, they're able to practice better medicine because they have, when you compare that 12 minutes to the average appointment time to our 45, they have more time to slow down, to treat, to diagnose. It's not a whiplash of clients there where they might be seeing 4 to 6 an hour in clinic. So they enjoy the practice better, and they're being paid better to do it, to maintain that work-life balance. As far as scaling into new markets, we, similar to travel nurses, there are relief vets who will bop around to different clinics and just pick up shifts. So we'll enter a new market by using those relief vets until we reach a tipping point of members where we can justify the full-time cost to bring them on full-time. It's a little bit more expensive to do that, of course, but once we hit that turning point, then we make the switch.
Thank you.
Hi, Rachel. Great job. I love the concept so much. And I have a golden retriever, so your story very much resonated with me. My question for you is, as you're out in the community sharing this concept with people and talking about it, as I'm sure you do, what kind of reception to the idea have you been getting from people?
The exception to the idea?
Oh, how are people receiving the idea when you share it with them?
Oh yeah. I think people are at first they're confused. They're like, what do you mean you come into my house? I think people understand in-home euthanasia. That is something that people are starting to hear more of, but they're like, wait, you'll come to my house and do all this stuff and it's only $50 a month. They're kind of like, how can that be? But then it really takes, once people go to the vet once to experience, oh, now my pet, my dog or my cat hate this. Oh, now I have to get my cat in the carrier. Now I see the value. So it takes them at least a time or two of going through the process as it exists today for them to get it. But I think most people who get it, who have pets, are like, wow, I would love that. And we sparked the idea with our—
Sorry to interrupt you, Rachel. We just hit our timer.
We hit our timer. Okay. Thanks.
Rachel, we'll let you finish that thought really quick.
Oh, I was going to say, we sparked the idea from our own golden doodle, Penny, and her experience at the vet. So.
Oh, great. Okay. Thank you so much. That was great.
Great job, Rachel. All right. Well, way to round out our first pitch category this evening of the startup finalists. So we'll let you go back to the Zoom room, and we'll talk to you a little bit later. Nicely done.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Okay, so there you have it. We just rounded out that first round of startup finalists this evening. So we're going to allow our judges to take a short break here. So I will let you all out here. Okay. And we are going to allow you, the audience, to take a short break as well. So feel free right now, if you need to get up, go, I don't know, stretch, use the restroom, grab a drink, something to eat. I assume a lot of you are watching this on your TV, which is the way to watch. So good for you. Stretch if you need to, walk around, all of that. But I do want to give a quick shout out while we have a little bit of a break here. We have a watch party happening here in Grand Rapids at Mercantile Bank. And so members of our Power 100 Women are there. We're actually going to do a live look-in a little bit later. So I'm excited about that. I get to really play producer this evening, so that's really fun. We're gonna attempt the live look-in a little bit later at that watch party. So super excited. And just to remind everyone, we are gonna have that audience choice vote after everyone's done pitching. So after this next established round of finalists, I will go ahead and walk you through the instructions of how to vote for your favorite. Now, when you vote for your favorite finalist this evening, they win $1,000. So let's do some math. If somebody were to win the first place prize in their category of $10,000 and the audience choice vote, that is $11,000 that someone could potentially be walking away with this evening. That's a lot of money for one night. So again, I will walk you through how to vote for that when the time comes. But for now, as I mentioned, we're going to go on a little bit of break. So we'll see you back here in just a few. All right, and welcome back to our 2025 WomanUp and Pitch competition in the West Michigan region. So if you're just joining us, we just heard from our first round of finalists in the startup category. We're about to move into our second round of finalists in the established category. A couple of reminders for you. You, the audience, are going to be able to choose your favorite in the audience choice vote right after this round. And when we get there, we'll have some instructions for you about how to vote for your favorite for a $1,000 prize this evening. And yes, we will announce that this evening a little bit later. We're going to do a live look-in a little bit later at a watch party we have in the region. Keep those comments coming. I love them. We love to see all the support for the finalists who are pitching because this is a very brave and courageous thing that they are doing, putting themselves out there, putting their business out there tonight. So please keep all that support coming. We love it. So I'm going to go ahead and bring our judges back into the streams. Let's go Julie and Tyler and Brooke, who I know is there. So I think she'll be on in just a minute. And so judges, what do you think so far? Pretty good. You're all on mute. That's okay.
Very, very impressive. Everything that we've seen so far, well thought out. You can tell they put a lot of time and effort into figuring out very difficult things and then putting it together in a well-communicated format. So very, very impressive. They all deserve to win. It's going to be hard to choose.
Yes.
Totally.
Well, that is your job a little bit later. And I will say, while you're talking about putting everything into this 3-minute pitch, big shout out to Juniper Marketing and Associates. So Jennifer and her team worked with the finalists in a pitch workshop earlier in February. So over the course of a couple of sessions to help them put their content together and practice their 3-minute pitch with one another. So that's part of why that they're just like nailing that 3-minute mark and including everything that they need to for the judges to be able to assess their pitch. So well done, Juniper Marketing and Associates. We love this partnership with you. And let's bring our next finalist in. I'm going to bring our timekeeper, Gabe. Hey, Gabe. And then our first finalist in the established category this evening is Becky Ray with Arise Coaching and Athletics. Hi, Becky. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Well, we're good because we can hear you. So that's always like a really great sign. First step. Okay. So Becky, I know you have some slides I'm going to go ahead and bring into our stream here. And so Becky, how this works is Gabe, our timekeeper, has 3 minutes on the timer. When you start talking, that timer will start. If need be, he'll call time at 3 minutes and you may finish your sentence. After that, you'll get some questions from the judges. So Becky, go ahead, take a deep breath, let it out. You're going to start us off strong. I know it. When you start talking, that timer will start. Good luck.
Good evening. My name is Becky Ray, and I'm the owner, trainer, and one-woman show behind Arise Coaching and Athletics, a premier fitness company and private training facility in St. Joseph, Michigan. My idea for Arise began 10 years ago after I had broken my ankle while recently certifying as a personal trainer. And while I felt like I pushed myself hard when it came to physical therapy, it was afterwards that I felt like a fraud. I had the education, but I did not know my body's capabilities to return to my former levels of fitness and movement. And this is when I realized that if I felt lost in the process, that there were others that definitely felt scared and lonely and needed some help. So where I come in with my training model with Arise is that of offering in each session a bedrock of pain-free performance training, which is the ability for a client to maintain and continue their exercise program through helping them determine their movement abilities and accessibilities and helping them without exacerbating that pain. For example, programming exercises like shoulder exercises and core if they cannot use their legs at the moment. Therefore, this unique style of training positions me to access clients within the fitness landscape that otherwise may be overlooked. Along with pain-free performance, I also offer strength and conditioning and recovery and mobility for my 3 client demographics. When it comes to our key differentiator, when it comes to our competition, really what sets us apart is our private training studio, which is a fully capable gym, but on a small scale. We also have exclusive access to training and the undivided attention between the client and the trainer. Additionally, when it comes to our market gap, we really fill that chasm within our 3 client demographics. We predominantly work with general population, student athletes, and tactical athletes, which is first responders. For example, when we look at programming for our first responders, it's a comprehensive health plan along with scientifically backed exercises and providing consistency. While I believe that it's important to tell you what Arise does, I also want to share with you my vision for the future. What my primary goal for Arise is to be able to move into an expanded location and provide added amenities. I want to be able to include additional fitness and health forward businesses such as physical therapists, massage therapists, nutrition services, and more. I want to provide new specialized programming and initiate clients events as well for the general public. So by doing this, I'm providing a holistic approach to health under one roof to improve my client and community health and fitness. So therefore, I'm asking for the full $10,000 grant in order to make the next evolution of Arise Coaching and Athletics a reality. Thank you.
Nicely done, Becky. Gabe, did you have any time left?
Right on time.
Woo, all right, way to go. All right, so Becky, now the judges will have some questions for you. So this round, let's start with Tyler, Brooke, then Julie. So Tyler.
All right, great job, Becky.
Thank you.
I love the idea of this holistic health approach. I think it's really important. So kudos to you. I do have, I guess my question is, certainly the fitness market seems to be, it's very popular right now and it's expanding, but there are also a lot of competitors out there. Yes. So can you expand a little bit on like how you intend on selling your product over, the fitness gym 2 doors down to potential clientele, and then your capacity to grow and your future plans for potentially bringing on more additional staff, because certainly you can only do so much as a sole source provider.
Correct. So how my marketing generally tends to attract clients is that it is, like I mentioned, the private training studio. So for a lot of people, if they're coming off of an injury, and that could be post-physical therapy, or if it's something that does not require physical therapy, that a lot of times they don't feel comfortable in a traditional gym. And so it's working around those pain points. So that's where that one-on-one contact, where we don't have to worry about, fighting for equipment, really kind of sells itself there. And so, like I said, that's available to any of my client demographics. So even if it's something where it's not a new injury, we can work around issues that have been present. And so to answer your question about adding on new individuals, yes, I would be working on an independent contractor basis so that I am not actually hiring this person, but they have their own fitness business. And so I think with that, it allows me to help mentor if necessary, but letting them have their own space and ability to spread their own wings.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Becky. I think it's a great idea. My question is about how you would use the money. So I saw how you kind of allocated that. So having a background in design and construction, when I see $3,000 for building alterations, my mind immediately thinks, what can you do for $3,000?
Right. So that's a great question. And I definitely, as I put $3,000, was like, this is not enough depending on what we find. I have been searching for locations already. And at this time, don't have any plans for any concrete specific ones. But what I'm looking for is mostly an open concept plan, because obviously you can't have a bunch of offices and rooms throughout the whole facility. So my goal would be just a couple of offices, like for myself, physical therapists, people that need that privacy. But what that $3,000 would go to would be things like laundry facility, so massage therapy. They all use towels and sheets and that kind of stuff. And then as well as shower capabilities. So a lot of the places I see, are flex spaces, so they do not have shower capabilities. So obviously, with the more build out you need, it's more money. But some of the places I did see had minimal build out necessary, so it would just be mostly for equipment and hiring contractors at this point.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're going to need more money than that, depending on what you do. But it's a good place to start. And then just to follow that up, I thought that you wanted to use $1,500 for your first month's rent. Do you have a plan to make rent for all the other months coming after the first month?
Yeah. So that would mostly be at this point if I'm moving my equipment from point A to point B, it's going to take at least a week or so. So that is not only to help provide for myself, since now I don't have that income, but provide for the other companies as well. So everything from laying the floor to getting everything into position. So it would be kind of that transitionary period between working at the old location to the new. Yep.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Becky, I was impressed by your pitch and your story about pain. And I went to your website and I saw your background. I think it was cheerleading and sports and all. I'm just interested in what kind of strategic partnerships you have explored, and kind of weighing the difference, like building is one route, but what about becoming the #1 referred name, in the next 10 years for the injured high school athlete? If you had to choose between those two, which would you pick?
Ooh, that's a good question. Personally, I love in-person training. So that's where I really want that physical facility. However, I do actually have a couple connections when it comes to, as we talked, tactical athletes or first responders and student athletes already. There are a couple of my side jobs that I have or volunteer at. And so I already have some connections within those areas, I guess. So I could also bring in, and I actually have started gaining clients from those areas. So yeah, that's a hard one, but definitely in person, no matter what I do.
Yeah, I want to encourage you to really think about.
Sorry to interrupt. If you could just finish that thought, we've hit the timer.
You be the expertise in somebody else's big facility and build your brand, because you're really onto something. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right. Julie might be having a little bit of difficulty there. Okay. All right. We're good. Thank you, Becky. Great job. Way to kick us off in the established category, and we'll talk to you a little bit later.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Okay. So that was Becky Ray, Rise Coaching and Athletics in the established category. And next, I would like to go ahead and bring in our next finalist, Tamiko Teshma with Duncan Lake Speech Therapy. Hello, how are you?
I'm really good. How are you, Ellie?
I'm doing well, thanks. So
I'm impressed you got my name right.
I was practicing ever since we first met. I want to make sure we get names right. Okay. So how this works is Gabe. Oh, wait, I'm going to bring your slides in. Okay. So Gabe, our timekeeper, has 3 minutes on his timer. When you start talking, he will start that timer. If need be, he'll call time at 3 minutes and you may finish your sentence. After that, the judges have some questions for you. So Tommy, go ahead and get your thoughts together. Take a breath if you need it. Next time you start talking, that timer will start. Good luck.
Fantastic. Communication is at the heart of human connection. It shapes relationships, ideas, and how we navigate the world. But for folks with speech language disorders, communication can be frustrating, and accessing support can be just as difficult. I'm Tamiko Teshma, she, her, practice owner and speech language pathologist at Duncan Lake Speech Therapy in Kentwood, Michigan. We help people communicate, whether that's a child with a speech delay, an adult recovering from a stroke, or someone trying to find a voice that aligns with their gender identity. We provide inclusive, affirming, and client-centered care because to us, communication is a fundamental human right. Far more people struggle with communication than many people realize. Nationally, 1 in 12 children has a speech language disorder, but only 50% receive the support they need. 10% of adults experience communication disorders, but only 2% have a formal diagnosis. For many, getting speech therapy isn't about need, though. It's about access. In rural Michigan, people face substantial barriers to accessing speech therapy, with limited local providers, high out-of-pocket costs, and waitlists stretching 12 to 18 months, often forcing them to drive hours for a single appointment. And we are here to fill that gap. Since launching as a solo practice in 2019, we've grown to a 13-member team, increasing appointments by 51% and gross revenue by 32% in the last year alone. But numbers don't always tell the whole story. We've expanded beyond traditional speech therapy services to offer gender-affirming voice modification, orofacial myology, and pediatric feeding therapy, and added revenue streams, including disability examinations and school contracts. These services fill critical gaps in care while also ensuring our financial sustainability. Plus, our clients love us. In a recent survey, they called us welcoming, inclusive, and great at what we do, providing care with a heart. And now we're ready to expand, ideally to Wayland, Michigan. Wayland and Allegan County are severely underserved, with a growing population and no private speech pathologists. This is an opportunity to bring care to families who have no local options. By the end of our first year in Wayland, we anticipate having 50 appointments per week, generating around $4,000 of weekly revenue, and employing at least 1.5 speech pathologists. To bring this vision to life, we're seeking a $10,000 investment. And while, yes, it will help us financially, it will also help us to expand access, empower communication, and strengthen community partnerships. So this isn't just an investment in a clinic, rather in equity and ensuring that people have access to the supports that they need. The need is clear and the demand is high. And our proven growth, our strong referral networks, and our specialized services make this expansion a smart investment. So join us in transforming lives, because when we invest in communication, we invest in human connection.
All right. Gabe, did she have any time left on the clock?
No, used it all up. I was just coming off mute.
Oh, nicely done. Okay, that 3-minute mark. All right. Well, the judges have some questions for you. So we're going to start with Brooke, then Julie, then Tyler. So Brooke.
So I'm sure you probably looked at many different areas besides Wayland, but what specifically about Wayland did you like that you think that's the place to be?
I'm so glad you asked this question. We did look at 2 other places. Wayland is ideal for a lot of different reasons. One, the rent forecast for it is relatively low. 2, the location of it is fantastic. We're right on the freeway, so we're cutting off between Kalamazoo and Grand Rapids. And it's sort of like one of my therapists called it a resource desert. There's no one around there. There's no pathologist. They either have to go to Kalamazoo or they have to come to Grand Rapids. And for people with multiple kids, it's just like too much. So there's that. It's a growing area, and the insurance mix is fantastic. So, and that helps balance out for financial security for us. So there were a lot of factors that went into picking that particular location.
Okay. I was very curious. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm still thinking, I'm a resident of Allegan County, so of course I was thrilled that you're coming here now. Wayland's still pretty far from me, but I get what you're saying. So what prompted how long have you been planning to expand? How long has this been in the works?
The goal was starting mid-2024 that we were going to expand in 2025. This has been a big goal of mine for a long time. One of our values is making sure that everybody has access to speech therapy, and we have clients that are coming from that direction. So I knew that we needed to make things easier for them. So mid-2024, I knew that this was going to happen in 2025. So that's sort of been the plan.
All right. Wonderful pitch. I love your business plan, the model, your growth strategy. It looks like you've got strong advisory support, broad insurance acceptance. The couple questions I have for you. So I always question when I see one-time funding being used for structural costs. So I'm curious if you could speak to that, like rent and staffing. How do you ensure that that's a sustainable foundational cost structure? And then it appears as though, let me applaud you for building a wonderful foundation here of a fairly strong business with gross revenue, $500,000. That's wonderful. But I see profit margins starting to slide, and I'm wondering if you can just speak a little bit about why are we seeing declining profit margins?
Fantastic question. I'm going to start with the first question, then I'll go to the second one. So the $10,000 investment would just be to start. You know how hard it is to get some things off the ground. So I don't anticipate that it's going to take long to make that money back and to make it sustainable. There's no competition in Wayland. There's no competition in Allegan County. There's no competition in Berry County. So there's one competition in Berry County. Let me take that back. Pennick Hospital does have speech pathology. Between that and the strategic partnerships that I have in Wayland County right now, I don't anticipate that it's going to take long to be totally financially sustainable. Starting is just the hard part. Profit margins. I'm so glad you asked about that. 2024 was a little shaky. It was also a big growth year for us. So we onboarded a significant amount of new staff. So there was a lot of onboarding costs. We also do 80-20 split healthcare coverage because I think that's an important thing to do for my employees. So onboarding people and having them get the benefits and all of the things that go with that was a significant cost. We also had a person go on a medical leave last year that was very unanticipated during a time when we typically are quite low. So that kind of played into that as well. All of these things have been factored into 2025. And I have an accountant that's working with me on mitigating costs and making sure that this doesn't happen again, because I know that that's not obviously sustainable. So we know what the reasons were, thankfully, and that won't be repeated again this year.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, Tomiko, great job. And thank you so much for that wonderful pitch. We'll let you get back to the Zoom room and we'll talk to you a little bit later.
Thank you.
Okay, so that was Duncan Lake, speech therapy. Up next, I would like to go ahead and bring in Tiffany Wood with Precision Syrups. Hi, Tiffany. How's it going?
It's going great. Thank you.
Good. Well, we can hear you. You have some slides for us. I'm going to go ahead and bring those into the stream as well. All right. So, Tiffany, how this works is Gabe has 3 minutes on his timer. When you start talking, that 3 minutes starts. If need be, he calls time at 3 minutes and you may finish your sentence. After that, the judges will have some questions for you. So go ahead, take a deep breath, let it out. I know you're going to do great. And when you start talking, that timer will start. Good luck.
Hi, I'm Tiffany Wood, owner and co-founder of Precision Syrups, LLC. At Precision Syrups, we design flavor that dances on your tongue so you can easily craft craveable cocktails, mocktails, and more. We create all-natural rich syrup made entirely of fruits, spices, and botanicals and finished with Michigan beet sugar. Our on-trend complex flavors allow you to create delicious cocktails and mocktails and also lend to creativity in the kitchen. We have a unique triple filtration process that allows us to create the best possible product you can clearly see in every bottle. And our shelf life is incredible, with a best buy date of 2 years past bottling and 6 months once opened. When we began Precision Syrups in November of 22, we got started with 3 flavors in one size offering. Our flavors were hibiscus mango ginger, strawberry ginger lime, and my blueberry spice. As of today, we've brought 2 more flavors to market, including cranberry Sante and raspberry crescendo. We've also brought 2 varieties of sample packs to market. Our path at Precision Syrups is something that I'm the most proud of. When my husband Ben and I founded Precision Syrups in November of 22, we began as a cottage business in our home kitchen. We got started with in-home demo parties, artisan and pop-ups, and we nearly maxed the allowable sales at just under $24,000 in revenue. Almost exactly 1 year later, we transitioned to a commercial business in November of 23. We began manufacturing in a kitchen attached to one of our commercial partners, Local Pour in Sawyer, Michigan. That year was wildly successful at having over tripled our first year's revenue and acquiring 17 commercial partners that were both retail and on-premises customers, including restaurants, bars, and tasting rooms. Our market strategy is to continue growing our on-premises customers while also increasing our retail and online sell-through rates. We are aggressively focusing on marketing to help us obtain this goal. In 25, my goal is to capture funds for marketing by means of grants and pitches. I know that we can have the best possible product, but without robust marketing, including SEO and keyword strategy, email marketing, and strategic social media marketing that includes professional photography and videography, we won't be able to attract the buyers for our products at the rate that we desire. So I'm asking you to please support Precision Syrup's growth by allowing us the $10,000 award for our marketing. And audience, we would love for your support too.
All right, Gabe, did she have any time left or did she hit the 3 minutes?
She had 10 seconds.
Hey, way to go, Tiffany. All right. Okay, so now the judges have some questions for you. Go ahead and take these slides down. And we are posting links to websites and social medias and things like that in the comment section. So lots of people can engage that way. So just know that. Let's go Julie, Tyler, then Brooke. So Julie.
Tiffany, lovely pitch, and I love your startup story. It's a great food startup story in Michigan. Can you talk a little bit about the proportion of your revenue, how it comes to you? Is it by bottle sales? Is it by events? Is it through drinks? What's the proportion?
Yeah, so for our first 2 years, the lion's share of our revenue has been by those artisan and farm markets. We have had probably, I would say in the last year when we transitioned to commercial, probably 30% of our revenue was commercial business. And then a very small portion was our online business. So this year, we've done a few things to improve that. One would be so you probably saw this label here. We're about to release a new label that's a little more visible for our customers to read. The majority of our customers are 40 and over. And so your eyes change when you're 40. And so when you see that on the retail shelf, it's a little bit harder to read. We didn't realize that because so much of what we do is in front of people at artisan and farm markets. And they love our label. They tell us that all the time. But when it's just standing by itself on the shelf, it needs a little extra pop. So we've given it that. And and so we're just hoping to continue that. And then we also have some new opportunities coming up to really grow that scale for us as well. Did I answer your question? Okay.
Yes, I don't want to take too much time. Sure.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Hi, Tiffany. Wonderful pitch. I love the business. I am curious if you can speak a little bit to your competition locally, regionally, nationally, in really what is setting you apart from them.
Absolutely. So there are a few brands that are readily available locally. There's the I think it's called Stonecraft or Stone Creek syrups. They're in that larger bottle. They have about 24 ounces in them. I see those at boutiques all over. There's a brand called Proof that is pretty readily available. There's a brand called Raft that I've seen. There's W&P, there's Rudy and Jack. So these are all craft brands, and you can find more of them. Some of the things that really stand apart though for our syrups compared to theirs is, so if you can look in this bottle, do you see the clarity? We have removed all of the sediment that's in our syrup. So that is one feature that really stands us apart. We also have fruit, spices, and botanicals in every flavor, and a variety of that. So the flavors that we bring are a triple layer, and they're very complex. So you only need a very little bit, a 1/4 ounce to a 1/2 ounce for the average serving, meaning that this bottle gives you 17 to 33 servings on average, whereas our competitors, you're getting 6 to 12 servings on average, because even though some of them will say a 1/2 ounce per serving, and you look at their recipes, they're actually suggesting 1 to 2 ounces. So that means the dollar amount per serving is also significantly higher. Our dollar amount per serving is 75 cents to $1.50 on average, where their dollar amount per serving is $1.44 to $3 per average. So those are just a few major differences. Then you have the larger brands, like Moan and Tarani, things like that. We don't really compete with those brands because it's a completely different type of market for that. Mm-hmm.
How are you setting yourself, or I'm sorry, how are you messaging that to potential clients with like the sediment you were talking about? Like, how would I know if I just walk by on the shelf that, that's really a competitive advantage for you?
Yeah, on the shelf, you'd probably have to pick up my bottle. It's all over my website. We're trying to get that sort of messaging out on social media. I mentioned the marketing. So up until October of last year, I was doing my own marketing. And then I received a grant through the South Haven Business Hub to begin some marketing then. And that really helped us expand what our messaging is. And that's what I'm hoping to obtain tonight as well.
Thank you.
Thanks.
That's a great segue, because I wanted to ask you about your plan for marketing. So looking through everything that you sent, I didn't see a detailed plan for what you plan to do with it other than general marketing. But how do you plan to get people to your website or to wherever it is that you plan to sell it with online channels?
Yeah, so I am currently working with 2 marketing companies, both the Hannah Gold Communications Company as well as Slick Raven Communications out of Kalamazoo. Slick Raven has just done some content creation for me, photography, videography. Hannah Gold is helping me with all of my social media, my SEO and keyword
Hi,
strategy.
Tiffany. Sorry for interrupting. We just hit our timer, so if you can just wrap up that final thought, that'd be great.
Yeah, sure. So anyhow, SEO and keyword strategy, email marketing, and strategic social media marketing that includes that professional photography and videography, those dollars are going to be able to continue to pay for their services.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, Tiffany, I would like to tell you too that sometimes your eyes change before 30. So, 36, I had to get glasses this year. I don't know why it was so long, but let me tell you, this whole experience this year has been totally different than last year. Okay. So way to go, Tiffany. Great job. We'll let you go back to Zoom and talk to you a little bit later. All right.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay. So that was Tiffany Wood with Precision Syrups. In the established category, next up, I would like to introduce Jasmine Clausen with Juniper Marketing. Hi, Jasmine. How are you?
Hi, Ellie. I promised you I wouldn't pass out, so I'm good.
Yes. We joke that the reason we do the take a deep breath and let it out so no one passes out, but Jasmine's not going to pass out on us. So, all right. Well, you have some slides. I'm going to go ahead and bring those into the feed. All right. So, Jasmine, how this works is Gabe has 3 minutes on his timer. When you start talking, that timer will begin. If need be, he'll call time at 3 minutes, at which point you may finish your sentence. After that, the judges will have some questions for you. So, go ahead and take that deep breath. Let it out. When you start talking, Gabe will start his timer when you're ready.
Running a small business can feel like a full-time job. These are just some of the tasks that business owners are doing on a day-to-day basis, but they often don't have time for their marketing. Actually, 73% of business owners fail to post consistently to social media daily. Why is this a problem? Well, 2 out of 3 business owners fail within the first 10 years of being in business because they don't have time to pour into their marketing and the operations. But no worries, that's why we're here. My name is Jasmine Clausen, and I'm the owner of Juniper Marketing. And today we are seeking $10,000 to invest in a project manager, advertising, and our own in-house photographer. This will allow us to increase our efficiency, continue to create high-quality content, and reach more of our target audience. How did I get here? Well, my love for community and people, but my passion for opportunity. Growing up in a single parent household, being a first generation college student, and now being a minority business owner, opportunity is very important to me and to my clients. And as we all know, social media, as soon as you put a post out, it could change your life and it can change your business. So being a part of that for myself and for my clients is very exciting. But I couldn't do this alone. With our team of 5, we support our clients daily, and we support mainly women-owned, minority, nonprofits, local businesses, and local small businesses worldwide. We offer marketing retainer packages that specifically focus on content creation, and we also support with branding and website development. What sets us apart? Again, our love for community. So if that means we're going out into the community and helping our clients with events, or we are hosting our own events to inform them about the best marketing practices, we are in the trenches with our clients and our community. We also are very diverse and adaptable, which means we can bring fresh ideas to the table, being that we work with a variety of different clients. And lastly, we offer that one-on-one monthly support. So it's not just signing a contract and an invoice and posting what we want, but we're really there to be a sounding board to make sure that what you're putting online is aligned with your business. When you invest in Juniper Marketing, you're not only supporting us and pushing us towards our goals, but you're supporting businesses worldwide and locally and providing opportunity. Thank you so much for listening, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you have.
All right, Gabe, did you have any time left on that timer?
Yes, 7 seconds.
Okay, well done, Jasmine. All right, so now the judges will have some questions for you. This round, we're going to go Tyler, Brooke, and then Julie. So Tyler.
Hi, Jasmine. Wonderful pitch.
Thank you.
I'm curious if you could speak to, I guess, your business plan didn't seem to provide support for your projections, your targeted goals, and I'm curious if you could just speak to, what are you executing on to get to those projections?
Yeah, and we're constantly evolving how we want to get to the projections. But the last time with my business plan and as I was working through it, with our business model, I think that the goal is to work with more clients that can offer us more marketing retainers. That is our biggest stream of income at the moment. So focusing our marketing in that direction.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Am I up next? I think so. What is your plan for scaling?
Yeah. So being a marketing agency, we definitely want to scale, but where it feels sustainable. We have been at a place where we've taken on a whole bunch of clients and then we can't sustain them. But now we know exactly what we're good at and what we like to offer our clients. And so again, bringing on those marketing retainers and being very specific when it comes to that. And then maybe down the road, incorporating some other things. So I know this year we started incorporating in events and educational aspect to our business. And then potentially maybe some online courses, etc., to continue to scale.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Jasmine, I hear your passion for working with small businesses, and I heard you mention a couple of times in your pitch about worldwide. So do you have customers in other countries?
I'll try.
Can you talk about that?
Well, the nerves probably said worldwide, but we do have, I think they're primarily in the United States. We do have a team member that is in, I think she just moved to Spain. So we have a team member in Spain, but I think most of our clients are in the US. But
Okay.
Moving,
Yeah,
so maybe.
if I could have a follow-up question then. Can you talk a little bit as like your revenue that your company receives, is most of it, like what proportion of it comes from your social media management for other companies? And what percentage of your revenue comes from maybe the events that you lead or just help me understand a little bit about that.
Yeah, right now all of our revenue is from our marketing retainers, and the events. I've kind of been pulling that out of our own, revenue to get those off the ground. So they're not really generating much revenue at the moment. So it's just our retainer services at the moment.
Okay, so the events are more of a marketing for you to get your name out there.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, any other last questions for Jasmine while we have her? All right. Well, Jasmine, thank you so much for that pitch. We're going to let you go back to the Zoom room and we'll talk to you a little bit later.
Thank you.
Okay. So we have come to our final finalist of the evening in the established category and overall. So I would like to welcome Ellie Mitchell with Bead and Powwow Supply. Hello, other Ellie. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well, thanks. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull your slides into the stream here. Oh, and you have a puppy too. All right. All of you and your dog photos. Just know what you're doing here. Okay, so Ellie, here's how this works. Gabe has 3 minutes on his timer. When you start talking, that timer will begin. If need be, he'll call time at 3 minutes and you may finish your sentence. After that, the judges are going to have some questions for you. So with that, go ahead, give yourself a moment, collect your thoughts, take that breath, whatever you got to do. When you start talking, that timer will begin when you're ready.
Ani, Ellie Mitchell Indigenous Migazit and Dodam, Saginaw Ojibwe and Dow. I'm Ellie Mitchell. I'm Eagle Clan and an enrolled member of the Saginaw Chippewa Indian tribe. Imagine a place where every bead tells a story of resilience, culture, and sustainability. Bead and Powwow Supply is not just a shop. It's a cultural sanctuary, a community hub, and a creative catalyst. As an Anishinaabe entrepreneur, I'm reclaiming my heritage and weaving it into every aspect of this business. What makes us extraordinary? Cultural legacy is in everything we do. We offer quality beads, fabric, and craft supplies that honor the long history of Indigenous knowledge and skills. Customers don't just buy materials, they connect to the traditions and stories behind them. We empower Indigenous voices by serving as a platform for Native artists to showcase their creations, lead workshops, and share knowledge. Through expanded online sales and pop-up markets, we are bringing these stories to a broader audience. Environmental sustainability is part of everything we do. We honor our connection to Mother Earth by selling eco-friendly products, including ribbon made from recycled plastic, upcycling shop displays, and sourcing packaging material from tribal recycling programs. Every purchase supports Indigenous traditions and also helps protect the land that we all live on. We're scaling our business by 1, expanding our digital marketing to increase online sales and engagement. 2, participating in high visibility markets like the All Michigan Shop Hop to introduce our products to a broader customer base. 3, enhancing our in-store experience with improved product displays and an expanded workshop program. 4, introducing virtual craft classes, making Anishinaabe artwork accessible to more people. 5, increasing online order conversion rates through an improved web design and personalized marketing campaigns. With a $10,000 investment, we expect a 25 to 30% revenue increase within 6 months, improve customer engagement and market reach beyond the Indigenous community, increased workshop participation, and operational efficiencies that streamline inventory and reduce costs. This isn't just a shop. It's a movement to preserve, empower, and inspire. By supporting Bead and Powwow Supply, you're not just buying beads, you're investing in culture, community, and a sustainable future. Miigwech.
Great job, Ellie. Gabe, did she have any time left on that timer?
Just 5 seconds.
All right, well done. Everyone's just hitting that mark tonight. I love it. Okay, so Ellie, the judges have some questions for you. So we're going to start with Brooke, then Julie, and Tyler. So Brooke.
So great pitch. Thank you so much, Ellie. I don't know much about your culture, but I'm very intrigued. What I would like to know is your shop kind of a hot spot for the culture and bringing people together in Grand Rapids, or are there other places for people to be able to go and express themselves with their cultural heritage?
Yes to both things. So yes,
Okay.
we are a hotspot. You can't see them because they're too high, but I have all the tribal flags from the tribes in Michigan hanging up. While I've been on the Zoom today, someone came in and dropped off skirts for me to take places, and they were on their way up north. I gave them their check, and they're going to cultural activities up north. And also, I've been doing this for a long time. I've traveled to powwows for many years, so we have like established customer bases all over the United States and Canada and all over the world, really. So yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
It makes me want to know more. That's wonderful. I love what you've done. Thank you.
Yeah, me too. So I loved hearing in your pitch your 5 things that you're going to do with the money, and I really like what you're going to do with winning money if you win it, and the 5 areas of where you want to grow. So getting back to your last comment, tell us more about your experience and maybe the web of relationships that you have that are helping your business grow.
It's incredible, and that's really, it's all about community and building up those relationships. So this logo was designed by one of our former employees when we were still in Mount Pleasant. He worked for us. He was doing a bachelor's degree in graphic design at CMU. And when he graduated, we were his first client, and he did our rebrand for us. Things like that. Earlier today, someone came in who was like a little cousin of someone I went to school with, and then my cousin's cousins came in, and they were buying supplies, and yeah, it's really family based. And when I say family, Indigenous people, we have huge families. I mean, 3rd and 4th cousins are still your cousins. So yeah, very community oriented. And I also work as a Indigenous community outreach liaison at Michigan State University. So this comes into that. I have a lot of contacts through this, and we kind of build it together. Yeah.
Thank you. Good luck.
Hi, Ellie. I loved your pitch, and I love the story in the business. My question for you is, can you just speak to your growth plan, both from an operational standpoint, staffing needs, managing costs, but also how you might maybe in a little more detail execute on a marketing strategy to increase foot traffic?
Yeah. So in terms of the growth strategy, last year I had an employee who was a JD. They were studying for the bar exam. They were working for me part-time, and so we really hammered out all of our SOPs and policies around our class and workshop schedules. So I now have that all in place. And earlier this afternoon, I was negotiating with an instructor on courses, workshops we're going to offer in April. So that calendar will be coming out. and that's a lot of our growth within the Indigenous community, and engaging with those artists and making sure that we're helping them gain teaching experience. I don't like teaching beadwork myself. I like managing the inventory and the business, but I know lots of artists, so onboarding them for that. In terms of operations costs and staffing needs, so part of our staffing needs then are instructors for workshops, and we hire them as independent contractors, and then hiring also part-time. So right now it's just me because this is typically our slow season, but I'll start hiring process for the busy summer season by the end of this month. So I anticipate with $10,000 investment, regardless of if I win, we're still hiring at least one part-time person for summer. With the $10,000, we'd probably hire 2 or 3. And the All Michigan Shop Hop is a quilt shop event that takes place over June and July. And they did it for the first time last year in Michigan. I didn't participate, but it apparently broke all records. So we're putting a lot of prep into that right now. And then in the fall and into the holiday season, we'll be doing more markets and things to get that brand awareness out outside the Indigenous community.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Ellie, great job. Way to round us out this evening. We'll let you get back to that Zoom meeting with the other finalists. And thank you again. We'll talk to you a little bit later. Okay. All right. So judges, this is the part where I say thank you so much for just your thoughtful questions, your fantastic feedback for our finalists. And so I'm going to let you go to the super secret judges deliberation meeting, which you only have access to, no one else. So you can go ahead and log off. We'll let you get into that meeting. Thank you again. We've really appreciated having you this evening. Okay, Gabe, hang out here for just a minute because I want to talk to you. But right now we have to move into what I know so many of our audience has just been itching to get to, which is the audience choice vote. So here is how this is going to work. First of all, you can do this by clicking on the link that our marketing and communications specialist, Julia Elliott, will be posting into the comments section. And Julia has been assisting all night with posting in the comment section, responding to our viewers, and giving the websites, all the social media pages and things like that for our finalists. So thank you, Julia. We appreciate that. Or if you want to do it this way, we do have a QR code for you. So we've gotten wise about this. So I'm going to leave it up for just, oh, now I have to go this way because Gabe's there, for just a moment. And I will do this with you to make sure you have enough time. We'll give everyone probably about 5 minutes to do an audience choice vote here, but take out your phone, pull up the camera, point, should take you to a nice form where you can vote for your favorite finalist. Now, this is a reminder that this evening it is gotta go this way. I'm never going to be a meteorologist. This is terrible. All right. So you got to do one vote for your audience choice favorite for $1,000 this evening. So go ahead, click that QR code or focus, then click the link and vote for your favorite this evening. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this up in the corner. Okay. So I'm going to take down the big one, but it's still up in the corner. It's okay. You can still vote for a few minutes here. Gabe, this was your first pitch competition, your first time timing. Well done, by the way. Like, I know from previous experience, it's really hard to interrupt like the judges because you feel a little bad. You want them to finish, but you did a great job. So what'd you think of the competition this evening?
I don't envy the entire audience who has to pick who they're going to vote for, just because everyone was so strong. Some people just sounded like they had such an amazingly put together business plan that's right on the cusp of scaling up. Some people just really pulled on your heartstrings and you felt like they had such an amazing story that you wanted to lift them up. And it's hard to tell. It's hard to mash it all together into who it should be.
I know. Well, Gabe, thank you so much. We really appreciate, you did such a good job. I think we'll have you back next week to time again. How about that?
Perfect.
That was a
Happy
joke
to be
because
here.
he's already planning to time next week. Okay. So Gabe, we'll let you go, but thanks again. And we'll talk to you next week. Same time, same place.
All right.
All right. See you, Gabe. Okay. So just a reminder to keep that way. There we go. Keep voting. There's your QR code. Keep voting. We'll give you a few more minutes to do that, or the link is in the comment section. Julia has posted that. But right now, I want to bring in Tamara Jackson Gatewood, our Director of Lending. Hey, Tamara, how are you? Oh, you're on mute. There we go. All right.
Hey there. How are you?
Doing well. So you happen to be at our watch party tonight.
Yes, I am at the watch party in a secluded location because we are having a time with the Wi-Fi here, but that's just how technology goes.
Yes, of course. All right. Well, hey, I think you're going to intro our sponsor, so I'll let you take it away.
Yes, again, Tamara Jackson Gatewood, Director of Lending with Michigan Women Forward. None of this would be possible without our sponsor, Consumers Energy Foundation. Let's watch a video.
When you think about caring for your community, what comes to mind? Maybe it's improving education or encouraging workforce development, fighting hunger or eliminating homelessness, preserving the environment, or supporting the arts. Consumers Energy has been giving back to Michigan for well over a century, and since 1990, we have been helping local communities grow and thrive through the Consumers Energy Foundation. Last year, Consumers Energy, our charitable foundation, employees and retirees gave over $15 million to Michigan nonprofit organizations. We're investing in what's most important to Michigan, its people, our planet, and Michigan's prosperity. The Consumers Energy Foundation is committed to ensuring all Michigan residents thrive economically and have access to world-class educational resources. We're focused on creating grants that protect and strengthen the health and sustainability of our state's land, water, and air. And we're dedicated to ensuring Michigan's businesses and communities are growing with world-class resources. For more information on how the Consumers Energy Foundation is caring for our communities, visit consumersenergy.com/foundation.
All right, and here with us this evening is Catherine Wilson, Executive Director of Corporate Giving at Consumers Energy, to say a few words. Welcome, Catherine. Did you enjoy listening to the pitches?
They were, the judges definitely have their work cut out for them. They're all amazing. It was wonderful. Thank you, Tamara. I am thrilled to be here this evening to see just the support that the Consumers Energy Foundation provides through our grant making come to life. As Carolyn Casson noted at the beginning, tonight is the culmination of many efforts over several months. I admire personally the courage and the fortitude of these women to find a need, take an idea, and then start and grow a business. It's just, the pitches were all very compelling and very well executed, well done. At Consumers Energy, we are dedicated to ensuring that businesses and communities are thriving and growing, and that means creating opportunities for entrepreneurs who are really critical. And so we want to help all voices kind of come to the table to bring these ideas and help them come to life. We're definitely very proud of our longstanding partnership and relationship with Michigan Women Forward. We were looking at our long history, and over the years, I'm proud to say that we've actually contributed more than $2 million, primarily supporting entrepreneurship and other vital programming to lift women up. It's part of our commitment to female entrepreneurs and small businesses across Michigan. So thank you again for letting me be part of the evening. And thank you for all the finalists who shared their vision and plans for growth. Their hard work and preparation will take them far. They're just making a difference. So thank you again.
Thank you, Catherine, for being here tonight and for being a part of MWF and our work. And thank you to Consumers Energy Foundation. Without them, these competitions and so many other support services would not be possible. So we all know that there are 4 ways to build generational wealth. Home ownership is one way, insurance and or investments, inheritance, and owning a business to pass down to the next generation. Here at Michigan Women Forward, our goal is to help Michigan entrepreneurs get the capital that they need to help their small businesses thrive, create generational wealth, and invest in their communities. So our loans can be used for startup costs, inventory, equipment, marketing, rent, and payroll. And our standard statewide small business microloan offers capital loans anywhere from $2,500 up to $50,000 for Michigan small businesses. In addition, we offer lending options based on geographic region that partners with organizations in those respective areas. And we also offer pre and post technical assistance with a team of trained business consultant experts to assist in the various stages of the business cycle before, during, and after funding. In addition to lending, we are a network and engagement machine, and we care. This organization, which was named Michigan Women's Foundation at its founding, became the only public statewide foundation dedicated to championing the economic prospects and professional accomplishments of Michigan women. Since our founding, we've worked with our corporate and our foundation partners to make Michigan a state where women feel empowered to pursue their passions and have equal opportunity to succeed in those pursuits. Over the years of working to improve the lives of Michigan women, we realized that many women dreamed of achieving financial independence through entrepreneurship. They wanted to build their own small business, but didn't have the resources, knowledge, or capital to get started. And this set the course for us to become a CDFI, or Community Development Financial Institution, which allows us to provide capital funding to small businesses to help promote economic growth and investment in Michigan neighborhoods. As a CDFI lender, we help fill that gap for entrepreneurs who aspire to run a successful small business, build generational wealth, and invest in their communities. As a result, Michigan Women Forward has heightened its mission. We expand possibilities through our celebrations and our recognition of female leaders and trailblazers. We invest in the dreams of entrepreneurs, and we create opportunities for all. This work does have positive ripples. When we inspire our women and invest in entrepreneurs, we transform our culture and our state. And we don't just move Michigan women forward, we move Michigan forward. So thank you and enjoy the rest of the time today.
Thanks so much, Tamara. Thanks for joining us. And we were so excited to have that check-in. Awesome. Okay. Well, now we're going to another person who is at our watch party in Grand Rapids live. This is Laura Town. Laura, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. Are you all hyped up on caffeine? I hear there's like a coffee bar there.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. If I'm talking too fast or I need to slow down, it's because Liza at Click Coffee has been caffeinating all of us in the room. So
just pouring all the way around. I love it.
I just want to do a quick little of everybody here. We've had people in and out at the watch party, but I'm going to go mobile because it's loud in here. So
okay.
So I'm going to get to moving.
Okay, so Laura, you are relatively new to MWF in our West Michigan office. You are the executive director for West Michigan. Tell us a little bit about what you do in your role.
Yeah, so like Ellie said, I'm the executive director here at West Michigan. I am really focused on getting people to know we're here. I want everyone in West Michigan to know that Michigan Women Forward exists, that we're here, and we want to be helping everyone on the West Coast who is looking to get a microloan for their business, and also to really talk about this pitch competition because I think it's amazing. And we also honor women. So we're going to be doing that on May the 20th. I know we were going to talk a little bit about that, Ellie. We've got our event up very soon at the JW. We're going to be honoring 3 amazing women with our Women in Courage Award. So we've got Holly Johnson with the Fry Foundation. We're doing Dr. Candace Smith from Corwell and Chef Jenna from Amore. So we're excited to do them. And then new this year, we're doing a kind of a women to watch. So it's 45 and under women. We've got 4 of those ladies that we're going to be honoring too. So it's going to be a good time.
Okay, and I do have to tease that there will be a WomanUp and Pitch connection at the event. As Carolyn mentioned earlier, we've been doing this in West Michigan for a decade now, and I hear that someone who was a part of the very first pitch competition is going to be joining us at the luncheon. Is that correct?
She is. She's going to talk about kind of where she has now ended up 10 years later after actually winning the pitch competition here in West Michigan. She is a bakery based out of Lansing called Sweet Encounter Bakery, Nikki. So we are super excited. She's going to be bringing treats for everybody that day. So everyone's going to walk away tasting her good treats and hearing her story about, where she is now 10 years later, which I hope 10 years from now, we're going to be hearing from the women tonight again, like where they see themselves. So,
how exciting. So where can people go if they want to find out more about this WomanUp and Celebrate luncheon?
Oh my gosh, our amazing website. So we just did a rebrand within the last year. So I'm encouraging everybody to hit the Michigan Women Forward website. It's miwf.org. You can find everything you need to know moving forward about everything we do here at Michigan Women Forward. But there is a section up at the top about getting involved, and that's where you find kind of our event information for not only the West Side event, but also the East Side event that's happening as well.
Great. Well, Laura, thanks so much for joining us. We'll let you get back to that watch party and all the coffee and everything. And good luck sleeping tonight.
No, totally. I'll text you at 3 a.m.
Okay, sounds good. I'll probably be up. So, okay, perfect. Bye, Laura. Okay, so you just heard from both Tamara Jackson Gatewood, our Director of Lending, and Laura Town, the Executive Director of West Michigan here. So we like to, introduce you to finalists in the region, our staff, and then also some of our previous winners. And so what we like to do is get some updates from them and hear about what they've been up to over the last year or so. And so last week I was actually able to sit down with one of our winners from the West Michigan competition last year in the startup category, Danielle Fogel with Spark and Logic. So let's watch. Danielle, tell us a little bit about Spark and Logic, about your business. What is it? What do you do? How'd you get into it?
Well, Spark and Logic helps real estate companies work on their company culture and engaging their agents by providing educational sales meetings. And we are a subscription-based service that offers education videos, PowerPoint templates, guest speaker suggestions, a whole lot of resources. We call it a sales meeting in a box, basically. And the reason why I got into this particular business and where the idea came from is I grew up in a real estate family. My dad was a real estate broker, and I saw firsthand how a small business owner, an entrepreneur, had to wear so many different hats. And real estate agents are independent contractors, so they choose where they hang their real estate license. So there was this need to provide this education.
So how did you hear about the pitch competition? And for people who don't know, it's a bit of a process, right? So we open the applications in the fall, typically in October, and then people don't pitch until March in the case of West Michigan, or sometimes even into April if they're a little bit later. So how did you hear about this? What made you decide to apply?
Yeah, I think so. Spark and Logic is our platform, and providing sales meeting in this format is not something that we've come across another company doing. While sales meetings are not a novel idea, packaging it this way and selling it the subscription-based service is. And so we built all our content, we built our website, we were kind of like stuck in a way of how to get this to market, what to do next, how to just keep moving. And I think I was looking online for resources and came across Michigan Women Forward as an organization that helps female entrepreneurs. And I saw the pitch competition, and I decided to apply. And there is so much to do as a small business owner. I almost didn't apply. It was one of those things where it was the day of the deadline. I had already looked at the application. I had started it. I hadn't finished it because you have to submit that concept paper. And I said, you know what? Just do it. Just go for it.
So once you were named as a finalist, so this is a process, obviously, you apply in October. We typically notify finalists in December after a review process. So you've been named a finalist for the competition. So take us up through the process and what was that like to prepare? So some things that happen is you're paired with a coach and you're working with them. You're writing this business plan. You are doing a pitch workshop. You're practicing it. What was that process like for you?
Yeah, it was great. And I feel like the process leading up to the competition, I had already won. That was so valuable being a part of the program. It was such a great opportunity. I was paired up with Raquel Guzman from Avanti Law, and she is amazing. She is so smart, so generous, and she just has this way of picking out the most important detail that needs improvement and saying, hey, rethink this spot, rethink that spot. Not that she told me what to do, but just drew my attention to things that really could be improved and tightened up and thought about in a deeper way. And so Raquel, shout out to you. Thank you very much. And then the workshop with Juniper Marketing and Associates on how to put together a pitch, that was super valuable too. A lot of these things are intuitive and you know it, but being in that setting and walking through the steps with her team and how to do it is great. And one of the aspects that I found the most valuable was when we would get paired up with other contestants and we would either present our pitch or give them feedback on what they could do better. And I saw things that other contestants did that I thought, oh, wow, that was great. I want to do that. Or, you know, they would offer feedback that you hadn't even thought of. And one contestant from the Lansing area, she was in the established business category, Dr. Cassie Briggs. She and I became friends and we worked together right up to the competition. When we had our pitches finalized, we gave them to each other.
That warms my heart to hear that you recognized, other opportunities, not just in the pitch and the potential prize money, but in the connections that were made with your coach, with other finalists, with the workshop facilitators. I just love hearing that. You pitch, you have to wait a little bit, and then, we bring everyone in to announce the winners, and you are announced the first place winner for $10,000. What were you feeling in that moment?
I'm ecstatic. I had told myself going into this and that I was trying with the manifestation techniques. I said, I'm going to win this. From the moment I hit send on that, I said to myself, I'm going to win this competition. And so watching some of the other pitches and the leading up to it, I'm like, some of these girls are good. This is going to be tough. But when it happened, I was just over the moon. And there was a very slight delay of what my family downstairs could hear. And I was announced the winner and I cheered. And then I heard my kids and my husband cheering. And I didn't, I was just so proud for them to witness that.
Oh, I love
that. I did great. Now I'm crying.
It was like, it's emotional still to think about it. Like,
yeah,
I love it.
Okay. Cut that part.
Yeah. What? Okay, so $10,000. That's a good chunk of change. What did you do with your winnings?
Well, we were a new business. We really had just kind of built this, and we really needed to take it to market. We really needed to get ourselves out there and start getting in front of some real estate companies. And so we attended several real estate conventions where we were exhibitors and we were presenters, and we were just raising awareness. That was a big goal with our money and something that we were able to do. And what we found as we were doing that, with this shifting real estate market, that as an entrepreneur, like I said before, you have to do everything yourself. And there are big gaps in knowledge. And we realized we needed more help. And so just recently, we have hired a consulting firm from the real estate industry that's really going to help us elevate and move our business forward now that we've kind of found our footing. And that was a big commitment for us. And it's not something that I think we would have been comfortable doing had we not had the investment of the grant funds in getting ourselves out there and making ourselves visible in that way. So it really just gave a cushion and some reassurance that we could take some more risks, because every single entrepreneur out there has already invested so much in their business, whether it's their time, their own dollars, everything. And so it's scary and it's hard, but it made it a little bit more comfortable. And one other thing I will say that I actually won from the competition was confidence and a belief that, yes, this can really work. This could actually be a good idea that is going to provide me with, the success that I'm looking for. Because as an entrepreneur and with, like I said, a novel business idea, you have a little bit of imposter syndrome. There's always that voice saying, maybe this isn't such a good idea. You think it's a good idea, but maybe it's not. And, getting the feedback from the judges and the scoring sheets, and even in the practice pitch, the night before, we had some judges at that as well who responded to your ideas and the business plans. And the feedback that I got was just really reassuring. And it was such a confidence booster that was a major prize win too.
Yeah, because Consumers Energy Foundation is our sponsor on this and provides the prize money, which is awesome. We love giving that away. But I know one of the things that the judges take into consideration is, this is a business I would invest in. That's one of the scores on their rubric.
Yeah, and the judges were very diverse. They came from very diverse backgrounds, and the questions they asked were tough. But I appreciated it. I thought, gosh, this is a really good question. Maybe sometimes it wasn't even a question I had prepared for, because they're coming at it from such a different perspective than what you have started on. And they were good questions, and they really made me think deeper about my business and, how to talk to prospective clients even after the fact. So
I love that too, because we want this to be a learning experience and something that all the finalists can take what they've done. They can take their business plan, their pitch. They can take just the practice and the insight and the knowledge that they've gained and go on to potentially have future investment opportunities. So I love hearing that, because that's a huge part of why we do this. So
great.
That's great. All right. I love that. The winner's announcement is probably my favorite part. And so that's actually what we're about to do. So I'm going to go ahead and pull back into our stream Catherine Wilson with Consumers Energy Foundation. Catherine, how you doing? And Carolyn Casson with Michigan Women Forward. So, I know, it's exciting. Super exciting.
I tell you, this is where we laugh, we cry, we scream. It's amazing. And I've just spent the last 20 minutes with the judges, and what an incredible group of judges. They had such a difficult time making these decisions. So that's what took us so long.
Okay. Well, we're so glad that you're back here and ready to go. So I will say our audience choice winner was in the startup category. So we're about to hear who our audience choice winner is first. And then I'll let both of you take it away with the third, second, and first place. So I'm going to go ahead and come out. I've got my drums ready to go, and we will commence.
Let me just say a really quick thank you to Catherine and the Consumers Energy Foundation. You know, you have been with us, I think 8 of these 10 years, and we could not have done this without you. You change lives every day in the work that you do, but here, you know, you help make people dreams come true. So you don't get that in a job every day. So thank you for all you do. All right, Ellie, you've got the drum roll for the audience choice, or how do you want to? Yeah, there you go. I don't know who this is, so you have to tell us.
Okay, the announcement of the audience choice is Vetr Health, Rachel Burkle.
Yay! Exciting. Thank you.
That's great. That's great. All right, here we go. Here we go. This is the moment that you've all been waiting for. And I always cry during this, so I'm just warning you all because I get so excited about this. Our startup winners, we're going to start with them. And Catherine, let's do the third place winner. And in the startup category, that is CM Parker Media.
Yay! Thank you. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Great job. And is that your loyal supporter there, right?
Yes.
Good. Great. All right. One happy person. Second place in the startup category is for $5,000, Health Elevated. Congratulations. Congratulations. Very, very exciting. This was really tough. There was not much room between first and second. So this was really, really, really tough. Right.
Congratulations.
And, okay, Catherine, this is it. This is the first place winner in the startup category, Las Amigas Tequila. Yeah, the only thing the judges all said that you have to share a drink of tequila with all of us.
Yes,
so.
for sure. We are here to share. Thank you so much, you guys. It means a lot to our business. Thank you.
Thank you. Let us know. Keep in touch. You're part of the family now.
Thanks.
Good.
Okay, well, while we allow the startup finalists to move out and the established finalists to come in, we are going to watch one more short video clip. So let's take a look.
And last but not at all the least, because it's actually the most, first place, the $10,000 winner is Scarlett Crane.
Oh my God. Thank you. Wow, thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Well deserved.
I wanted to really create work that impacted people, that had messaging, that really stuck with folks. And so graphic design and all those things really allowed me to do that. But then when I discovered fabric, I said, wow, this is something that can last. And so I started screen printing on tea towels. I design these patterns with my own illustrations, and that's where it all starts. The fabrics that we use are all natural. We focus on water-based inks and dyes, and we also just take it a step further with the sustainable fabrics that we use. I have been here over a decade and have been able to witness several women who have had just great vision and not sure exactly how to accomplish their goals. And so it's important to have Michigan Women Forward and all of the resources that they offer to be able to clarify our mission and pitch for the resources that we need. I was a part of the Michigan Women's Forward pitch program and competition, and they gave us a coach, and we experienced this amazing sort of evolution, all of us who went through this process, where the coach would help us to zero in on the key aspects of our business and communicate in a very succinct way what we do and why we do what we do. It's not just a pitch competition, it's time. It was months and months of dedicated time to our growth, and that's something I've never seen When you support Michigan Women Forward, you support business owners like me.
Bit of a second update there from a previous winner. And just before we run out the night with the established pitches, can I just say a couple of things? Thank you to our reviewers, to our coaches throughout this whole process. As I mentioned earlier, it is a process that begins in October. So thank you. Thank you to our staff members who were both on screen but behind the scenes who you didn't see. So we had Kenneth, who was in the judges room doing all the scorekeeping. Thank you, Kenneth. You do this year after year, and I so appreciate it because it takes a lot of people to make this show run. And thank you to Tanisha Greer. She is our host in the finalist Zoom room. Cannot tell you what a fantastic job she does in there. I know there's a lot of nerves and anxiousness, but I think she helps keep things kind of at an appropriate level. You know, there's gonna be some nerves and everything. So thank you. And then thank you, Julia Elliott, for being our marketing and communications person, interacting with everyone this evening. So thank you for allowing me that. And I will turn it over to Catherine and Carolyn.
Well, there's a fearless leader to that team of people, right? And that's Ellie. So thank you too. We could not do this without you. So thank you very, very much. Well, Catherine, before we, my heart is in my mouth right now. So anything you wanna share with us?
No, I'm ready to announce the winners. This is really exciting. Yeah.
That's right.
On the edge.
Give away the money. It was hard-earned by everyone. All right. In the established winners category, the third place winner is Duncan Lake Speech Therapy.
Yay! Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Thank you. Well deserved.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And second place for $5,000. This one won the hearts of a lot of people tonight. Bead and Powwow Supply. You did a great job. Congratulations.
Me wet.
Yeah. Is that thank you?
Yes.
All right. Well, congratulations. I don't know how to say that, but that's great. And the first place winner, this was really tough, but this is well deserved as well. The $10,000 winner tonight. The first place winner is Precision Syrup.
Thank you so much. It's gonna help me so much.
Congratulations.
Okay, don't make me cry. Don't make me. Thank you. Congratulations. We can't wait to hear what you do with all this, and how your business soars.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, everybody. Catherine, thank you again. We cannot say enough times. Thank you for your support. Thank you to everyone at Consumers Energy for all they do for us. So please share that with your colleagues. And thank you to everyone who watched tonight. If you enjoyed it, be sure to tune in next Thursday and the Thursday after that, because we've got every Thursday evening for the next few weeks, we have a pitch competition. This one next on March 13th is going to be at the Mid-Michigan competition. Thank you again to the judges. You did a great job. And to everyone who put this on together, especially you, Ellie, for shepherding us through this process again. I think it was pretty flawless tonight. So thanks. Good evening, and go shop women-owned businesses in the state of Michigan.